years, and we are able to stand here today because we stand on the foundations of those who have come before us. For their vision, their courage, and their guidance, we are forever grateful.
He was the one who kick-started the One Patient, One Record initiative, which in the end became the National Electronic Health Record NEHR program.
I think Min Gan is really an engineer at heart. Because of that, he instinctively understood IHIS as an organization and what made our people tick, and he always pushed us to do something different.
Minister Gan, I've always come across as somebody very personable. He's always smiling, always have a certain sense of humor. But at the same time, he's also very sharp in terms of identifying issues.
It was during a time where nobody really believed that automation can replace humans in medication delivery. However, with Mr. Gan's and the Ministry of Health support, we are able to propagate all the automation now to all the hospitals.
So not many people realize this, but the start of this transformation journey was actually with a statement that Min Gan made one day. He looked at us and said, we need to think about the role of IHIS today, but also in the future. And that started us in this whole process of transformation, defining who we are, and the journey towards refreshing our agenda and the direction that we're headed. Because of that, we can stand here today to start our new chapter.
I will always value him for his humour, always consider the lighter side of things, always enjoyed the mental debates and the sparring that we'd have over various issues. Massively instrumental in the early days of NEHR. In fact, he helped negotiate the contract in the very early days and really tried to push the boundaries with primary care, with some of the very early GP initiatives.
I know him for a long time. We were schoolmates, and in fact, even in the army, we were platoon mates. So I've always known him as a friend, a leader with a lot of heart.
He's very calm and collected, even in the face of crisis.
He's a fatherly figure, and he's very kind.
Throughout, even as all these challenges came our way, Hinky always pushed us to say, how can we improve and how can we do differently? Prof. Benom is also an unusual combination. He's a clinician and yet a technologist at heart, and therefore he could bring the world of health and technology together. Because of that, he was a very inspiring chairman and leader and helped us shape our landscape and shape our strategic plans very early on.
I worked with Prof. Ben Ong from my early days. One of the key projects where he was the project sponsor was CCDR. He has given me a lot of support and guidance. There was one thing in the project which I could not fulfill for him, was that he has asked me to actually clone myself, which I think in the space of IT, we haven't come to this advanced technology just yet.
Ben is very particular about the EMR. It's something he's passionate about. He helped design the EMR that's in use and always has an eye for detail, eye for design, an eye about how we make the experience good for the clinician, how we make it more efficient.
Paul Chan since 9 years ago. He was the HR committee board chair. I have worked with him very closely on HR matters. As the CHRO, we always discuss about staff initiatives, whether it's in terms of talent attraction or retention, and he was generally very supportive. Whenever we bump into each other, even when it's not official matters, he would always have a chat with me on the side and say, oh, so how's the morale going, how's things going, and things like that. So he was genuinely very caring and supportive of all IHIS employees.
It's through our work that we actually got recognized very much globally. Like the US system, whenever we go there, they would say, oh, they're so envious of us that we could actually put together different systems across different public healthcare institutions and then make everything flow as one.
So Yok Sin is a very trusting leader who believes in the staff and believes in a lot of the work that we do. Some of the initiative, I remember her for putting in place is really enterprise architecture, the CAO team, the architecture office team, was something that was very new at the initial stage. But she full-heartedly supported the setup of such an office and pushed for a lot of the standardization of our enterprise standards. There were also quite a few initiatives, such as our first mobile app. She was also the one who pioneered the idea and said we should start moving into application in the early days to enable mobile first type of strategy.
Yuxin is a very warm and motherly CEO, as I remember her to be, but she is also a very tough negotiator. So if you have a difficult contract to negotiate, you would want her on your side.
So I would like to thank Yuxin for being such a very big mentor to what I want to do in life. I got a lot of calmness, strength on the way she handled meetings, she handled stakeholders.
I can say for certain that the people in IHIS are very resilient, they are very determined, they are very dedicated, and they are very capable. At the end of the day, IHIS will deliver.
Bruce, alpha,
Colourful,
serious. One of the things people don't see about Bruce is actually he cares. And over the time he was CEO, both at IHIS and his time at MOH Holdings, he really demonstrated that through the work he did, making the right decisions, going above and beyond, in a personal capacity to be able to help people behind the scenes. Made him a very likable person to work for.
he was a very caring and supportive leader, and who was with us every step of the way, even in CCF. Every day he would appear, and we felt the support all around him.
Bruce was really involved and really instrumental in the early days of the National Electronic Health Record, the NEHR. The benefits and I think the output spoke for itself. We jumped from 5,000 accesses a month over the space of 18 months to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of accesses a month, and he put a lot of his own personal energy and effort into doing that.
But he got guts. He can take on the challenge.
As an example, Bruce always encouraged us to raise our competency and skills level, and we have done that for the cyber team.
One of the things that I greatly appreciate is his ability to really cut through a lot of complexity and pick out what is truly important.
Bruce is one of those people that makes you feel very assured when he's at the table. So one example that comes to mind is COVID. Bruce gave me a call, and all he said was, Swing, what is going on and where do you see this going? After we spoke, Bruce went off and planned ahead and anticipated what was to come. When you look at COVID and you look at the new wards that were opened, the community care facilities, testing, vaccination, all that was tech-enabled, and the technology was available just in time because of Bruce's vision and his anticipation of what we needed.
Thank you.